Welcome Intérieur UK. My name is Caroline Cobbold of Caroline Cobbold Design Studio. I'm a North London-based interior designer, and welcome to my project in Covent Garden that I completed in 2016. My client is a film director who mainly lives in Canada, has a house in Los Angeles, and this duplex in Covent Garden. So this project originally was a post office depot many years before he bought it, but it was very dark and it had very dark wood and it was ochre yellow, and the ceiling, the roof line was all in natural wood, so he wanted to lift it and create more light and space. This is the start of the main flat. You come up this stairwell to see this wow factor. We have gold wallpaper, which was hand painted in China, took 3 months to arrive, and then was hand touched up by their resident artist in England. There's a beautiful sculptural light, which I found in Tel Aviv, that hangs over the main staircase. And you can see that with this lighting that is sunken lighting, it gives a beautiful glow to the gold wallpaper. Coming from the main entrance, we come into this much lighter, brighter space. I'm very passionate about living plants, so this was in 2016 half the height, but due to the fantastic housekeeper here, it has doubled in size and is extremely healthy. But as you notice, a lot of the furniture is very, very, very sculptural, dramatic pieces, including the Bang & Olufsen speakers, this chair, and these lovely sculptural lights, which are also from Tel Aviv, the same company as the one that hangs over the stairs. My client's heritage is from India, and he is passionate about colour, light, and pattern on pattern. And we chose this seating arrangement because he's extremely laid back. And this is from the 1960s originally, and I had them specially covered in our own fabrics. And as you can see, it works, although it's a complete mix of fabrics. Then as you see in this property, it's double height. It's an extraordinary height ceiling, and it required an extraordinary sculptural piece of lighting, which I found in Tel Aviv. It is actually quite hard to change the light bulbs, but since 2016, we haven't yet had to do so. As you see against the wall, there are some vintage radiators, and they are in solid bronze and had to be craned into the flat. We are on the 4th floor in Covent Garden. I like the mixture of old and new, so many things are very, very modern, and then there's this lovely feeling as if it's part of the original building. So moving further through the flat, this is the seating area for the television. Being a film director, it was very important to have an extremely high quality television, even down to the speakers are totally sculptural, wall mounted by the television there, and floor standing in both corners there. The sofa was here, and I just recovered it. It's an original B&B Italia. The far surround was here when Tarsem bought the flat. Instead of painting, I decided to keep the open brickwork here, and I reflected it in the opposite end of the flat here, where there is fake brick slips in the kitchen. The fireplace, as you notice, doesn't have a basket as such, but the flame comes from underneath, and so the whole thing lights up. It's rather fantastic, and again, quite sculptural. And you'll notice that the flat is extremely bright. We're quite high up here anyway, and there are some stunning 4 fan-light windows which do open, and they were part of the original building. I included a lighting designer to get involved because lighting is extremely important to Tarsem, being a film director. So moving into the kitchen area, it's completely modern compared to some of the other elements in the flat. It's very much more peaceful, very light, very bright, and rather calming, whereas there's a lovely juxtaposition between a lot of colour and fabric and textiles, and then this very much more peaceful, modern, minimalist area. So moving up to the 2nd floor, limestone stairs that look like they're floating. Originally there was the steel and glass staircase to the floor, but I wanted to lighten up this area and let the steps look like they're more floaty. So now we're on the upper floor, and from the office we walk through to the master bedroom. There's a fantastic linkway which joins the two, and you can see down into the rest of the flat. You get the fantastic view of the sculptural light, and you still feel the air and space around you. And now follow me into the master bedroom. So here we are in the master bedroom. It's very open plan, there's no door to it. You can look down into the main body of the flat. Here again is a complete mix of old and new. We've got old fabrics, old bed head, but also the extremely sculptural pieces that Tarsem is passionate about. We've got the same chair, some wonderful objects that are silhouetted in the windows. And this is a photograph of Trafalgar Square. As you can see, Nelson's column. It was taken by a friend of his from the rooftop of the National Portrait Gallery, and then I had it made into some wallpaper. Again, repeating the old and new, I bought this old French headboard, which I had sprayed, and then covered in a beautiful Watts fabric, velvet fabric, which reflects the light. And again, this is the same fabric, but a different colorway, and that fabric is used in an ottoman at the end of the bed. So here are the wardrobes with a fantastic craquelé finish on the doors. I repeated these and had some made downstairs with this so that it flows throughout the flat. But believe it or not, here is the master bathroom. So here we are in the master bathroom, which is quite exceptional. It's all copper clad, as you can see. There's no blinds or curtains. It overlooks the roof terrace and the jacuzzi. And this was a reconditioned French shower unit. I put in a skylight above with some mosaicing, so the light catches it and glows. So there's the mixture between modern and traditional. Very traditional loo, bath, and yet there's an extremely modern coloured ceiling in terms of texture, again on the ceiling, painted. The walls in this bathroom are on a curve, so it's quite difficult to have fitted a mirror. I found this light, which was rather sculptural again and rather exciting, and I put a mirror on the front face of it. My design inspiration comes, I think, from my curiosity, general curiosity, and also from traveling. I'm passionate about traveling and trying to bring in different influences into my work. My number one tip for designing space is you, first of all, get a feel for the building, the fabric of the building, the age of the building, the materials used in the construction, and most importantly, I think, the light aspect, where the windows are, whether it faces north, south, east, or west. The body of my work can be seen on my website, carolinecobbolddesign.com, and I am on Instagram, Caroline Cobbold Interior Design, and I'm a member of the British Institute of Interior Designers.